Star Wars: Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn. I love this book. Oh, such a good book. There is a reason why people call the Thrawn trilogy of Star Wars episodes 7, 8, and 9. This would be episode 7, Heir to the Empire. That sounds good. Star Wars episode 7, Heir to the Empire. Sorry. Story picks up 5 years after the Empire's back is broken after the Battle of Endor, when the second Star Destroyer is destroyed by the rebels. And they're trying to rebuild the Republic to the new Republic. And we got a new kind of cocooning and rebirth of that. And trying to bring together, this is Luke really trying to make a new Jedi Order, which has a really sketchy start. Then we have stuff with Leia, who is now married to Han Solo and is pregnant with two twins. Two twins, or twins. It's a bit redundant. But then we have a lot of peace treaties and trying to handshaking and merrymaking and try to do that. Try to patch up the wounds of the Empire. And the Empire itself is only a quarter that what used to be. And at their command is Grand Admiral Thrawn, who is a tactical genius. He is Chris, I think that's what they're called. They're a blue-skinned alien race with red piercing eyes. And Admiral Thrawn is basically, he's like Alexander the Great. He is like Sherlock Holmes. He very much has a repertoire with Captain Pelion, and he's very much his Watson. And their interactions back and forth, like a game of Pong, is really interesting, and I really like that. It just like it's doing really good writing to conceive this person as a genius, because you do get those kind of Mary Sues. It's like, why is this guy a technical genius? Because he did this. It's like it's really hard to convey and convince the reader of, say, this person really is a genius, because it is really hard to write smart, to write a genius in something, because you have to be really convincing and to convey that point. Then we have there is attempt on Leia's life. She is being hunted by this alien breed called the Nogri, who are looking for her and try to hunt her down. Another thing we get here, there's lots of side plots here of Luke saying goodbye to Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He has finally joined the Force completely, and he cannot come back to Luke in any form of apparitions whatsoever, which is quite sad. Then we have Leia dealing with the twins and doing her Jedi training. Then we have Han Solo going on to peacekeeping missions and stuff like that. Then we have Admiral Thrawn and the remnants of the Empire doing these, looking for these little lizard-like creatures called Yesamiri. And what these Yesamiri can do, there's these lizard-like creatures, these furry little lizards, that can have the ability to cause us bubbling. What is this bubbling? It's a bubbling of the Force. It's a dead zone of the Force that can range up to 10 meters. And you can't connect to the Force at all with these creatures. And that's fascinating. And no Force powers can touch them. Any Force lightning would be deflected. You have like a force field. You are like that. Though I doubt throwing a lightsaber will stop that. What else here? All you can say, Timothy Zahn's genius. I don't want to spoil anything. No twists and turns and things we hear about this character. But this was the first book to introduce Luke Skywalker's future wife, Mara Jade. I know it's been years. This book's been out for fucking 20 plus years now, so I guess that's not too bad of a spoiler and stuff like that. We learned about her. She is really a cold-hearted bitch in this book, to put it lightly. Then we get we get a lot of cool venturing. There's a lot of fun parts. Timothy Zahn totally understands and gets the relationships and repertoires between the characters of Han Solo and Lando Calrissian. Oh, burped. And he writes them really good. I listened to this on an audiobook. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really lazy. I was listening to an audiobook while playing an RPG at the same time, grinding with my headphones on, and it really helps. It really helps get through the monotony and tedium of level grinding. I've said this all before. I don't have time to read. The last book I read to cover was Interview the Vampire, and none of you fucking people watched the video of my review of that, so yeah. I'm bitter. But with the reader, whose name escapes me, this was the first book to introduce the planet of Coruscant, the capital of the Empire and Republic, respectively. And the reader doesn't say Coruscant; he says Coruscant. It's like, I guess they didn't get the pronunciation down right, or maybe the pronunciation was different before the films. I don't know. And we get things like we go to the home planet of Chewbacca of Kashyyyk, and which this kind of causes. Kashyyyk is pronounced different ways. There's Kashyyyk and Kashyyyk. I say Kashyyyk, like cash, money, and chic, like the Irish chic. And Kashyyyk, like ick, yuck. But he says Kash-eek. He puts an extra syllable in the middle of it, which I guess because there's like fucking 5 Y's in it. That makes sense. Then other pronunciations. It's just Coruscant. Every time I heard that in my ear, it's like Coruscant, not Coruscant. But yeah, it's a little minor thing. And instead of saying, I say Mira Jade. He says Mara. Just and just the minor things, interesting and different pronunciations of things. It's kind of like that Cthulhu, Clulu type thing. But anything else to say here? There's no lightsaber battles really, but we do get introduced to a mad dark Jedi named Joris Klubleth, who is a clone of another Jedi. Then we go back to Dagobah and we find another cool things there. We found dark Jedi and dark energies there. There's nothing really else I can add to this. Just check it out. It's a great book. Definitely worthy of the title of Episode 7. And may the Force be with you.